Hi everybody. Now today I continue to record lesson 12. Long-time affair POV. Okay. Welcome to the POV mini stories. Point of view mini stories for the long-time affairs lesson. Same story, different versions. Let's start. First, we go to the past 10 years ago. 10 years ago, there was a very small man named Jim. Jim was only 1 foot tall. Even though Jim was 48 years old, people always perceived him as a child. In the eyes of the public, Jim was just a cute little boy. Jim hated this. He said, I want people to accept me as I really am. I want them to give me unconditional respect. I don't want people to go on treating me like a child. So, Jim went to the gym and exercised every day. He became very strong. He also learned kickboxing. One day, a tall man saw him, laughed, and said, You're such a cute little man. Jim got angry. He yelled and said, I'm gonna to kick your ass. He kissed the man. He started to fight. The fight lasted for 20 hours. The man's hand and legs became intertwined and they fell down. Jim finally broke free from the man. Then he jumped up and kicked the man in the head. Jim won the fight and he yelled, No matter how you size this, I just kick your ass. Alright, that's our first person. Now let's move to the perfect person. We call it, I guess. Here we go. Since last year. Okay. There's a very small man named Jim. Jim is only 1 foot tall. Even though Jim is 48 years old, people have always perceived him as a child. In the eyes of the public, Jim has always been just a cute little boy. Jim has always hated this. But since last year, he has become very upset. Every day, he has said, I want people to accept me as I really am. I want them to give me unconditional respect. I don't want people to go on treating me as a child. And so, since last year, Jim has gone to the gym and has exercised every day. He has become very strong. He has also learned kickboxing. Well, one day a tall big man saw him and laughed and said, You're such a cute little man. Jim got angry. He yelled and he kicked the man. They started to fight. The fight lasted for 20 hours. The man's hands and legs became intertwined and they fell down. Jim finally broke away from the man. Then he jumped up and kicked him in the head. Jim won the fight and he yelled, No matter how you size it, I just kicked your ass. Alright. In that version, you notice that we call it the present perfect. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know the name of the drummer, but we use that from that, have gone, have been from. Because is sometimes that his condition continue through the past for a while, started in the past, keep going for a while. For example, people have always pursued him as a child. That's been happening for a long time, starting when he was young until now. People continue to pursue him, have continued to pursue him as a child. Alright, it started in the past and it kept going for a while. And then again we talk about going to the gym. Since last year, Jim has gone to the gym. He has exercised every day, alright? Starting last year, up until now. And then finally, we change to the past tense because we're talking about one specific event, the fight, right? That happened in the past is over. It was just a short event in the past started. Finished in the past is done. It's not a long time period. It's very short and complete. So we use the same past for that. That's all you need to know how about grammar. Don't think too much about the grammar, alright? On to version number 3, into the future. Okay, Disney, we can imagine this is my idea for a movie. And I'm telling you the story, what I think should happen, what I think will happen in the movie. Here's my movie idea in the future 10 years from now. 10 years from now, there will be a very small man named Jim. Jim will only be 1 foot tall, even though he'll only be 48 years old. People will think he's a child. People will perceive him as a child. In the eyes of the public, Jim will be a cute little boy only. Jim will hate this. He's gonna say, I want people to accept me as I really am. I want them to give me unconditional respect. I don't want people to go on treating me like a child. Jim go to the gym and exercise every day. He'll become very strong. He'll also learn kickboxing. One day, a tall man going to challenge him and laugh and said, You're such a cute little man, haha. Jim was very angry. He'll yell and he'll kick the man. He'll start fighting. The fight is going to last 20 hours. The man's hands and legs will become intertwined and they'll fall down. Jim finally breaks away from the man and then he'll jump up and kick him in the head. Jim will win the fight and he'll yell, No matter how you size it, I just kick your ass. Okay, the future is very simple. It's pretty easy. You guys have learned going to and will, however, in normal speed. We do not say going and will. We change the pronunciation. We say instead of will, we say Jim, Jimo, the man will challenge him. Jim will fight him. We don't say Jim will say him. Jimo. We just add the on shout to the subject and the other thing we do instead of going to. We said gonna. Jim's gonna get angry, not Jim is going to get angry. Jim's gonna. Jim, Zaza, Eunice, the Zaza shout there. Jim gonna. You quiet. Jim is going to. Jim gonna. Alright. And that's how we actually use the future in normal speech. So when you hear gonna, when you hear oh, that means the future. Okay, please go back. Listen to each session. Pause and try to tell that person yourself. Try to tell the story using the past 10 years ago. Try it ago within last year. And then try it again in the future. If you have trouble, it is difficult. Relax, this take time. Just relax. Go back. Listen again. Go back. Listen again. Listen, listen, listen carefully. Hear now, hear how, and verb change. Hear how the vocabulary change sometimes. Listen carefully. That's the most important part. Don't get upset if you can't tell the story yourself. It's okay. That will take time. Listening is the most important part. Alright, I will see you next time. Go on and listen to the continue at night. Goodbye. See ya.